The Random Jottings of Donald J. in Nelson in Pendle, Lancashire. Devil location: Stony Hurst, Cromwell Bridge. Legend: Old Nick, 24 December. Reoccurring: the devil is reputed to cross the bridge once a year. If he looks you in the eye, he'll take your soul. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled in the heart of the English countryside, there was a bridge that crossed over the river that flowed through the town. The bridge was called Cromwell Bridge, and it was said to be haunted by none other than the devil himself. Legend had it that on the night of December 24th, the devil would cross the bridge, and anyone who met his gaze would have their soul taken away forever. The villagers were warned to stay inside on that fateful night and lock their doors and windows tightly. However, one brave young man named Jack was determined to face the devil and prove that he was not afraid. Jack had heard the stories of the devil crossing the bridge and taking souls, but he didn't believe them. He thought it was all just a silly superstition. On the night of December 24th, Jack decided to venture out onto Cromwell Bridge to see if the legend was true. He stood in the middle of the bridge, waiting for the devil to appear. The night was dark, and the only sound that could be heard was the gentle flow of the river below. Suddenly, Jack saw a figure emerging from the darkness. It was the devil himself, with his fiery red eyes and horns. Jack stood his ground and refused to look away. The devil approached him and looked him straight in the eyes. Jack didn't flinch, and he didn't look away. He stared back at the devil, his heart pounding in his chest. Suddenly, the devil let out a howl of rage and disappeared into thin air. Jack had passed the test, and the devil had failed to take his soul. The next morning, the villagers were amazed to see Jack alive and well. They had all heard the stories of the devil crossing the bridge and taking souls, but Jack had proved them all wrong. From that day on, he was known as the bravest man in the village, and his name became a legend in its own right. As for the devil, he never crossed Cromwell Bridge again on Christmas Eve, and the villagers were able to enjoy the holiday season without fear of losing their souls to the underworld. By Donald J.